Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a while. Apologies if you hear some dog barking. The tenants next door, they got a dog like a few weeks ago, and it's just yaps all night long. All right, but anyways, a student of mine is holding me accountable for this video, so this is for you. Um, yeah, and hopefully I'll be more consistent. Okay, so here the topic's going to be simplifying imaginary numbers. Specifically, we'll talk about multiplying complex numbers. So you could think about this: simplifying imaginary numbers. Let me write that. Oof. Complex numbers. Okay, so I created something like this, like 3 minus 2i times 1 minus 4i. Okay, and I said simplify. Okay, so recall a complex number is just any number of this form, a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers. Okay, fancy way of writing that is this thing called element of this set called capital boldface R. Okay, it just means real numbers. Okay, I'm just gonna write that. All right, so here, so simplifying this, all you got to do is have these topics in mind. So this video is mainly catered towards algebra 2, but to be honest, if you just have these, or if you Google these things, okay, there are a lot of high quality videos explaining these things and just resources online. You should be able to do this. Okay, so even like in middle school or something like that. Okay. Here also combining like terms. When I say old math, a lot of these things are so a lot of this stuff is old math. Okay, so also combining like terms would include like doing operations with rational numbers and stuff. Okay, so fractions, integers, and so forth. Okay, so here, getting to this. So here, you'll typically be given the question like this, maybe like in the algebra regions or something. Okay, so all you gotta do is FOIL here. Okay, so that's just the distributive property. So first, these two terms, the first term, so it's 3 times 1, which is 3. Outer is this, 3 times negative 4i, which is negative 12i. And then the inner, which is these two, negative 2i times 1, which is negative 2i. And then negative 2i times negative 4i, which is plus 8i squared. Okay, and then from here, this is just combining like terms. Notice that you have these two I terms in the middle. So then you can say, oh, this is like 3 minus 14i because you're doing negative 12 minus 2, and then you have the I. So it's going to be 3 minus 14i plus 8. Now, this I squared, this is the powers of I thing, okay? So I squared, if you remember, I squared is equal to negative 1, so I can make a substitution right here. So instead of I squared, I can just say negative 1. Okay, and then you're going to get that 3 minus 14i minus 8. It's going to equal that. Okay, so this equals this equals this equals this. Okay, and then here you can combine like terms, these two numbers. So it's 3 minus 8, and then you're going to get negative 5 minus 14i. Okay, you could have also written this as negative 14i minus 5, right? But I know we were talking about this in class. This is like standard, right? It's more standard to write this where the real number is here and the imaginary number comes after on the right. But yeah, you could play with certain properties of addition. Think about which ones that allow you to switch. Okay. Okay, great. So it's this. Okay. Another one. Make up another one. Okay. So. Oh, by the way, so this is take one, just created this on the fly. If you see a mistake, then good, call me out on it, and it means that you're paying attention. So yeah, okay. So change up the numbers, negative 7, minus 5i, okay, and then yeah, let me mess with this. Okay, let me put like an I term here in the front. So here I'll put negative 2i, and then let me put like a plus 9, okay? Thinking too hard. So simplify. Okay, so once again, you're going to FOIL this out, right? The first terms, this, so negative 7 times negative 2i, which is going to be 14i. Then the outer terms, negative 7 times 9, which is going to be negative 63, negative 5i times negative 2i. This is going to be plus 10i squared. And then negative 5i times positive 9, which is going to be negative 45i, okay? So notice, you know, after you practice the FOIL a lot for first outer inner last, you're going to see like where each of these terms are coming from. Okay, so you should pay attention to this. Okay, but because I switched the orders of these i's here, the I squared came from this inner term. Okay, all right, great. So now all we got to do is combine the like terms, and I see that there's a 14i here and a negative 45 here. No, I'm very rusty with this. Let me say, what is that? 30, negative 31i. So this is going to be negative 31i. Okay. And then negative 63 plus 10i squared. So this is going to be 10 times negative 1 again. So you could write 10 times negative 1, or you could have just written this as a minus. Okay. I should have put this in the back, but it's okay. Let's take one. We're just doing this on the fly. Okay. So now look, this is negative 10 plus negative 63. This is going to be negative 73. And yeah, so this is going to go here. And then we want this in a plus bi form. So I'm going to move this to the back. Okay, so it's just going to be negative 31i. Okay. And please check me on this because I just created these weird questions. So these numbers might be a little sloppy. But the main thing is that it's okay to make mistakes, but just make sure that the reasoning is good. Okay, so then you can just find your mistake, and if it's like a careless thing, then just work on it. Okay, yeah. So then here, that's another one. Okay, and then and yeah. So then after this, you could just mix up a bunch of other problems. So why don't you guys try this and get some kind of discussion going? Okay, so if I said 3 minus 2i, 4 minus 6i, like this, and then maybe you want to do a subtract a complex number, so negative 2 plus 3i. For some reason, I keep picking 2s and 3s, but yeah, subconsciously, right? So here, yeah, and then if I told you to simplify this, try it. Okay, it's just tedious. Okay, you FOIL this. Okay, and then this part here, you have to distribute the negative. Okay, so distribute this negative here. So this is going to be plus 2 minus 3i, and then whatever this is, and you just combine like terms. Okay, okay, that's it. Hopefully this was clear, and if not, okay, yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. See ya.